Hello, this is Granddaddy Pendragon. Did that character look familiar? I remember back in 1980 sitting in a theater and watching a brand new movie that had been released titled Friday the 13th. It was directed by Sean Cunningham. And the interesting thing about that movie, in retrospect, is that the character of Jason Voorhees barely appeared in it at all. He was just a kid, in fact. And the only really noticeable appearance he made was at the very end, when out of the blue he jumps out of Camp Crystal Lake and attacks the female protagonist. Well, needless to say, the movie didn't make money, so they made a Friday the 13th Part 2, and Jason assumed a more dominant role. Howbeit, in that movie, he just wore a sack over his head. And it wasn't until the third movie that he donned his famous hockey mask. Well, the Friday the 13th franchise has just gone on and on. I've seen all of the movies, and I enjoy them. I really do. They're kind of a guilty pleasure. It's kind of like going to McDonald's. You don't walk into McDonald's and say, I think I want some prime rib. Nah, when you go into McDonald's, you already know what the menu is, you know what they offer, and it's the same way with Friday the 13th, with those movies. When you see a Friday the 13th movie, you know pretty much what you're in for. A lot of kills, usually some sex, nudity, and that sort of thing. Well, Jason has, of course, become quite an icon in horror. And there is a ton of merchandise based on Friday the 13th and on the Jason Voorhees character. One of those items is a doll that was made by Mezco. It was their 15-inch Friday the 13th Jason Voorhees MDS Mega figure with sound. And so let's take a look at that doll. He's a big boy. He's, like I say, 15 inches. He's got those murderous looking eyes. His mask, by the way, is part of the mold. Like this strap is also part of the mold as well. So you can't take his mask off, just so you know. But he is articulated in, I forget how many ways, 9 ways, something like that. But you can, turn his head and turn his feet at the ankles and so forth. Has a green shirt. There's a white undershirt underneath. He has the khaki pants and some very detailed boots. And as you can hear, he has a place here on his back that when you push it, it makes that familiar Jason Voorhees sound. The sound that he makes whenever he's stalking some unlucky camper at Camp Crystal Lake, or Camp Blood, as it's called. But yeah, this is a very nice doll. It comes with a machete that you can put in his hand if you want to make him more menacing looking. But he's a doll. If you're a Jason fan, he's definitely one worth collecting and putting by your, on your nightstand or on your shelf or wherever you like to display your creepy dolls. Well, thank you very much for watching this video. Be sure and subscribe, and because I don't want you to miss a single one of the videos that I put out that deal with all of these creepy dolls. Some of them are very rare and exotic dolls, some one of a kind. And so, want you to join the community. Join in on the fun. So till next time, you take good care of yourself, okay? And we will see you later.